All right, how do we get into the deep state of gratitude? That state of alert awareness, that elated feeling of being one with everything, and this rich and full joyous place that comes out of feeling this state of absolute gratitude. So stay tuned. My name is Marek, and I'm here to guide you on your journey to learn to know yourself and love yourself. So, how to get into a deep state of gratitude? And why is it even important that we would need to get into a state of gratitude? A few of the benefits, obviously, is that we increase our resiliency, meaning immunity, really. So body's immunity and resiliency, mental resiliency to any kind of issue that we may encounter in our life. So that's important all by itself. Now the benefit is that we actually feel this inner joy and inner satisfaction in the gratitude, inner happiness, and just from perceiving being grateful, so being thankful, being appreciative, perceiving the beauty around you and appreciating that brings out the gratitude feeling, the gratitude state. So one of the stories to put things in perspective here, I will tell you, is why I feel so super lucky to have my mom be my mom. Simply said, really, she has ingrained the feeling of unconditional love in me. And she has lived and continues to live her life with unconditional love towards her friends, towards her family, towards everybody that she interacts with, really. And recently I've asked her, so why do you respond to people with this unconditional love? Like you can do anything for anybody and not ask for anything back. You just do it out of what? Like why? And she said basically that we are in this together. She said everyone has immense value. So she has basically created this default program. I don't know if she has created it or it was given to her somehow, or it was pre-programmed to her as well. But she has this default programming where literally it says we are in this together. And so every soul matters, everybody matters. Granted, she's also very strong internally. If somebody does mess with her and abuses her goodness, she will stand up for herself and not continue, eventually anyway. So throughout our life, growing up, she has demonstrated this unconditional love to all of us, my siblings, my family, etc. And many times does, little things for us still that she doesn't even tell us that she did that. And later we find out that she did this little thing, like she has fixed my little travel bag because it was kind of splitting and falling apart, and she like sewn it together, and I didn't find out until I came back home. And it almost made me cry because you can see this precise work of her fixing the little bag, and it's just she never said that she fixed it. She just fixed it because she saw it needed help. So it's just, that's kind of a person that she is. So when we get into the state of gratitude, we are basically getting into this deep trust that all is happening for us, not to us, but things in the world are happening for us. So even when something happens that feels difficult and feels painful, etc., realizing that it's happening for us, at that moment, you begin to feel grateful for that experience and things start to shift. That is inevitable, literally. So it just happens every time. It's strange, but you after a while you just kind of think, oh yeah, that's normal. Recently, I had an opportunity to go to this Vibravision training. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link below, vibravision.com. And one of the experiences that I'd had, it was the first day, and first or second day anyway, when we were supposed to have blindfolds on through which you really couldn't see anything. Like you couldn't even try, and even if you tried, it wouldn't be able to anyway. So blindfolds on, and there was like a yellow bag placed on the ground, and I was supposed to be able to tell where the bag is without obviously looking at it, and or trying to hear where my partner places it, etc. So they helped us to put ourselves into this state of deep gratitude. Once we gotten in the state of deep gratitude, we basically connected to this inner knowing, to our intuition, that, you know, there's a part of us that sees without eyes, and that can tell that something is going to happen without us seeing something or hearing something. So again, intuition, we all have it, but a lot of us have tuned it out because we don't necessarily need it all the time or every day. Our world is fairly safe without it. And back in the day, people used to rely on intuition all the time, because if they didn't, they would probably die. So it was very important to rely on intuition. So for instance, the Native Americans have deep intuitive abilities, and so do many other people. But again, that's something that we train and bring back in order to be able to use it again. So on this training, I realized that when I was in that state of deep gratitude, which I, by the way, got myself into by thinking about my mom's unconditional love for me, and about her embrace and just loving me, and then I felt like I'm loved and I love myself, etc. And just this kind of happened spontaneously. I'm typically fairly logical, so this was not normal state, but I have gone to this state before, and it was always wonderful. So this was, again, very, very deep, and I held that state for a long period of time. When I started to feel like it was dissipating, I would bring it back the same way. So, and I'll talk about how in a little bit. Being in this state of gratitude, I was able to tell where this bag is instantly without second guessing myself. There was this rapid intuition. It's like, yes, it's here. Yes, it's here. Yes, it's here. So, and then when I started to think about, like, well, can I actually like detect with my palms or with my hands like where physically the bag is? And I started to think logically, and I had like no idea where the bag was. I basically guessed wrong a lot, and literally guessed because I wasn't connected anymore. So literally disconnected from this intuition, from this gratitude state, and the flow of energy stopped. I wasn't able to tell anymore. And so then I brought myself back into that state, realizing that that's what I did. I started to think too much. So I took a few breaths, and I got myself back into that state. And again, it came back just like that. I was able to then tell where this bag was. So to me, that was a lot of proof that how the state of gratitude, the state of inner joy and just perception of beauty and appreciation works. You know, how it really improves our way of life, you know. And this is obviously just a little game, but you can experience this in your daily reality. So, and I think it's also important to be able to be aware and know the opposites in this world. And, you know, like without dark, we wouldn't know what light is. So in some sense, I must have decided that it was a good idea to give myself one good guy, one bad guy for my parents. If I just put it that simply, of course, not a good or bad really. It's a matter of just what was going to work for me. I'm also grateful for my dad in different ways. He showed me who I did not want to be. And the family has carried generational hurts and emotional traumas. And having learned about it, having noticed that, and having worked on my inner work, shadow work, and inner child work made me realize that the deep hopelessness and worthlessness that my dad's family has carried in the generations has hugely affected me, of course, and my siblings and their kids. And not to say that my dad is a bad guy or anything. It's just he has a very good soul, and he doesn't feel purpose in his life. He doesn't feel worth. He has no confidence, basically. So, and without purpose or direction, we are lost in the world. And I can feel it from him, and I try to work with him to prompt him into realizing some of these things. And sometimes he is responsive, sometimes he's not. So there's no forcing, of course. And I've learned over the years not to judge that, and just respect his process as well. And again, just feel grateful for the fact that he showed me what I don't want to be, what and who I don't want to be. And that was, really, really profound for me as well. So struggling with that lack of confidence for years, and working with that day by day and just changing things. So opportunity, again, it's everything is opportunity. Just kind of depends on how you look at it. So a lot of us don't feel that we have anything to be grateful for in this life. That really is a program that we might as well just rewrite, because it doesn't work anyway. So how do we rewrite this program of feeling like we don't have anything to be grateful for? Practice, just like everything. So practice makes perfect, of course. If there is something that we really want to change in our life, we have to embody it. We have to put it in action. And what exactly do we practice? Raising our energy, deepening our awareness, affirmations. With affirmations, it's very important that you marry clear intention with elevated emotion. And a lot of times people just kind of repeat the affirmations and they don't work, because you actually cannot feel what it is that you're changing, that you're reprogramming. So very important piece. And you can take a look at one of my other videos where I talk about overriding our thoughts a little bit more. And so why would we again want to have this gratitude state? I mean, a lot of things I've already mentioned, in the end, raises our energy and increases our level of our awareness. So with increased energy and level of awareness, we feel like we have choice in our life. We feel like we have traction in our life. So why not? So here's what we do. You can do it with me. First, we take care of our alignment. Kind of like when you're setting up for meditation, whether you're sitting on a chair, whether you're sitting somewhere with your legs crossed, wherever you are, make yourself comfortable so that you can easily sit upright, so that your diaphragm is open. And so you're not hunching down or anything like that. So you can rest your arms wherever you want to. You can, connect the fingers, whatever you are used to or you want to do. You can just rest the arms, and again, rest them somewhere where they won't fall off easily anyway. So, and then if you can, close your eyes, although not quite yet, but eventually I'll remind you to close your eyes, just so you can feel a little bit better. With your eyes open, there's a lot of distraction around happening, and it's a little bit harder to get inside. So particularly if you're doing this as a beginner, definitely close your eyes, even maybe get blindfolds on if it feels okay anyway. If it doesn't feel comfortable to close your eyes or have your blindfolds on, don't. We can visualize things even with eyes open, so it's definitely possible, doable. Just I feel personally like it's a little easier to close your eyes. Okay. So once you have your alignment in your body, so visualize your spine. Your pelvis is kind of level. Relax around your hips. So tension that's pressing down, release that tension in your hips. Feel that happen. Now feel your pelvis level and your spine upright, as though something is pulling your spine up at the base of your head. So your neck straightens up, not straightens, but has a natural curve, but your spine lengthens. As the spine lengthens, slowly begin to be aware of your breath. Notice how the diaphragm is opening the belly first, then the chest, and then it releases, and then it releases again. Okay? So there's a expansion and contraction. And it just happens. Notice it for a little bit as you breathe in, as you breathe out. And with each exhale, I want you to relax one or two parts of your body. So we'll start with exhaling. Relax your entire spine. Lengthen it, but relax it. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Even your shoulder blades, feel those arms. Breathing in slowly. Feel your elbows, wrists, hands relax. Breathing out. Breathing in slowly. Relax your hips, knees. Breathing out. Breathe in slowly. Relax your ankles and feet. Breathe out. At this point, you can close your eyes if you want to or can. So now that we have our body relaxed and in this state, we bring in intention. Obviously, today our intention is gratitude. So feeling gratitude for something or someone. It may have been your parent, your aunt, your uncle, your friend, saying something to you about you that made you feel good, or just a friend that you're grateful for because they do things for you, or just the simple fact that you have a roof above your head, that you have a car that takes you places, or that you have public transportation easily accessible, or that you are blessed with a good job that you have, that you enjoy, or co-workers that you really like, or a partner that you really love. Whatever comes to your mind, take a moment and feel the gratitude for it or for them. You can picture, you can visualize your friend or friends standing in front of you, or the person that you feel grateful for, or things that you feel grateful for, standing in front of you. If it's people smiling at you and telling you, I really appreciate you for who you are, for what you do. Accepting their gratitude and giving out your gratitude back to them. Feel the gratitude sending back to them. Feel grateful for what they give you, for what they do for you. Feel grateful for what you have, for what you do, for who you are, or who you are becoming. Grateful for who you are becoming, as though it already happened. Feel that state of where you would want to be. What would that feel like? That peaceful, that joyful place. That unconditional love feeling. Breathe that in slowly. And as you're breathing more of the gratitude, it expands from within you. And as you breathe out, you exhale, you let it go. Knowing that it's staying in the ether, that energy of gratitude. And as you breathe in, allow that energy to come in again, expand your being from inside out. And as you exhale, you let that gratitude go back into the space, back into the ether, back into the energy field. And as you breathe in again, it expands even more, fills you up deeply. The more you breathe in and accept, feel that gratitude happen within your body. Imagine it, visualize it, see it, smell it, taste it. Whatever it is you're grateful for and it's happening. Maybe your best friend hugs you and you feel such a deep gratitude for that. And then slowly feeling what comes. Don't judge thoughts. Don't judge the emotions that you get. Don't dismiss them. Don't get distracted. Just continue to feel it. Accept what comes. Welcome what comes. You start to feel some sort of pain from something, for someone. Somebody didn't do something for you or did something to you. You feel that pain, you let it go. How do you let it go? That pain was something you needed in this lifetime in order to bring your awareness to something that needs to heal. So become grateful for that pain. And feel it. Let your body feel it. Your body may twitch, you may cry, you may begin to feel angry. Just breathe into it, breathe out of it. Every time you exhale, just relax a little bit more. And then slowly begin to open your eyes. Breathe in deeply, slowly. Feel that gratitude expand within you like a big bubble of light. And then hold the breath for a moment. Relax your body and exhale. Letting the gratitude disperse around you, knowing that you can bring it in at any moment and more. All right. So thank you for spending a few moments with me, and enjoy your day or evening or wherever you are. And we'll see you next time.